Do you ever ignore that quiet voice inside, the one that knows the truth? I did. It almost cost me everything. Why? Because I trusted others more than I trusted myself. As I look back, I could see how there was a pattern in my relationships and what I experienced in life. What I eventually discovered surprised me. The problem wasn't that I trusted people. The problem was I trusted people more than myself. For most of my life, I believed other people knew better than I did. I was the person that was always going around and asking everybody else's opinions. And even when I wasn't asking, they were telling me I was wrong and trying to get me to change the decision that I had clearly made. Put that together with being an honest person, and anyone I trusted, I figured they might know better than me. Why would they lie to me? Why would people that I trust, that I cared for, that were like family, lie to me? I always wanted to see the good in people, and I still do. That part of me hasn't changed. What I didn't realize was the meaning of healthy trust, meaning that I trust you, but I'm still listening to me. I always look for the lessons in things, and at first I didn't understand it. My parents loved me deeply, I have no doubt about that, and I often said that maybe they loved me too much, if there is such a thing. My father was very overprotective, and he always felt that he knew what was best for me. I know he guided me out of love, but there's consequences to everything. When I wanted to pursue journalism when I was younger, my father felt it would be better for me to pursue a career in business. And when he explained all the reasons why, I doubted myself and thought he must be right. I just realized it created self-doubt in me. Perhaps the lesson at that time in my life was for me to fight harder for what I truly believed was right for me. Then there was a time in my life when I wanted to move to New York. And my father said to me I was too naive. They would eat me up and spit me out. And I bought into that movie. Instead of my standing ground and feeling confident in what I knew to be true, instead I let my wings be clipped. I don't blame them. I don't have resentment for them. I just understand the patterns that this created in my life. Little by little, as life went on, I started to listen to the opinions of others more than myself. There's one particular story that I remember in my life. It just shows how young these patterns can start. My family went to Spain, and I was in a store with my mom, and I saw these two beautiful figurines of dogs by Yadro. One was a tall dog, and one was a small dog, and on his tail, he had a little snail. So I asked my mom which one she thought I should get. She didn't answer me this time, and she left me there for well over half an hour. Could have been 45 minutes till I finally made a decision. She was trying to teach me a lesson then. I still have that small dog with a little snail on it, and it always reminds me of this childhood memory. As life went on, and I really needed to trust myself with big decisions, I didn't. In fact, I used to say that I felt like a feather in the wind. I would feel so strongly about something, and then someone would say, "Are you sure?" And then the whole thing would start all over again with, "Are they right? Am I right?" It was actually painful. What I realize now is, besides questioning myself, I really was not listening to my intuition. About 2 years ago, I had a real wake-up call. It was one of the most painful experiences in my life. The rose-colored glasses came off, and I saw things clearly. I finally saw the truth. What I didn't know, what I wasn't aware of, is how this theme of trusting others more than myself was so damaging in my life until this particular situation happened. It almost cost me everything. It took undeniable proof. It took me looking into the eyes of someone that I knew for such a long time, someone that I considered family, to see him lie right into my eyes. That was the moment that everything changed. For the first time in my life, I realized that my intuition knew all along. You see, when somebody's a really good liar and you really trust them, I had that feeling inside, that twinge or something, just knowing something was off. But they looked at me with their sparkling eyes, and why would this person lie to me? And I walked away from my intuition, and I walked away from what I knew was true. It took having that undeniable proof they were lying. Since then, I trust myself. I don't have to question or doubt myself anymore, and it's so freeing. Of course, I wish it happened a lot earlier in life. I still want to believe in people. Just know now that trusting others should not come at the expense of trusting myself. This realization changed everything. There's a teaching in Kabbalah, which is an ancient wisdom thousands of years old, and it says that our soul chooses, when we come here, the circumstances it will experience to help it grow. This includes the family we were born into. Whether you believe this or not, just sit with it as a possibility. Rather than feeling like a victim in life, what if there was a deeper purpose behind everything we've experienced? I realized that my parents weren't the problem. I realized I wasn't a victim. I now know that my parents were playing a role in my life. They were teachers for me to learn things I came here to transform. I could say today with confidence that one of the biggest lessons I've needed to learn was self-trust. When I look back now, I don't see poor me. I just know that these were lessons for me in my life. And yes, there were painful experiences, but there were also endless blessings. I'm grateful for all of it. I know that when my soul came here, there was a curriculum for my life. It's hard to see it when you're going through the middle of it. I'm curious, what lesson keeps repeating in your life? What experience or relationship or pattern keeps showing up in your life over and over? Maybe there's something life is trying to teach you too. If this story resonated with you and you're interested in understanding the deeper lessons hidden in life's experiences, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Every week I share insights on consciousness and personal transformation through the lens of the ancient teaching of Kabbalah and how it's substantiated by modern neuroscience today. So if this speaks to you, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.